Today we're making the Chinese pancakes, aka Jianbing Guozi. This is taking street food to the next level. So let's go! I'm pretty much sure that those of you who have been to China have actually tried Jianbing Guozi at least once in their lifetime, and probably more than that. Well, if not, this is the deal. Chinese pancake usually refers to a wide range of Chinese pancakes. But in this case today, we're talking about the pancake of the pancakes. And that is the king of the pancakes, I would say. Jianbing Guozi. Jian as meaning pan frying, Bing as meaning all sort of pancakes or pastries, and Guozi, which is describing the treasure inside the pancake that we'll see later as a surprise. This is resembling the shape of a thin French crepe. But in this case, with the addition of eggs, sesame seeds and some particular seasoning, like a beautiful spicy sauce, a crunchy cracker in the middle that cracks like that, some veggies, meat, and that's it. And nothing else, because otherwise it'll be exploding. So sit down and relax on your nice sofas, because today we're gonna do two things here. First thing, we're gonna talk a little bit more about this dish and its background. Second thing, we're gonna get our hands dirty and dive into the recipe by making the Jianbing Guozi, the Chinese pancake, not just a pancake. While we're also gonna make the crunchy cracker in the middle. Yeah, you got it, we are actually making that cracker, and it's gonna sound just as... Yeah, well, no, I don't have a cracker here, but yeah, it's gonna sound the same as the footage we saw before. But before we start, smash the like button and turn it into blue. And if you love Chinese pancakes, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, because we're gonna throw a massive party when we reach 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna get the community connected with each other. You guys are gonna get to know with each other, and you foodies will have the chance to ask us any questions, to have a special Q&A for you. So what is the story here? Jianbing Guozi is one of the most popular street foods in China, and it's so versatile that you can have it for breakfast, midday snack, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, night bites, and I mean, you get it. You can have it anytime during the day. It is so popular that it's even moved from street food vendors to fancy shopping malls with nice seatings, tables and settings, and all sorts of fillings. More expensive though. The place in China where you would find the most authentic recipe would be Tianjin. Yeah, that's the right pronunciation. Where they usually prepare this with 100% mung bean flour. And it's not easy to do that, trust me. That is giving Jianbing Guozi that particular texture and color. We're searching for the most authentic recipe, and we came across this recipe that was published during the 70s and was talking about Jianbing Guozi having the inside guozi as a sort of fried dough inside, instead of the crunchy cracker that we're gonna be preparing. But actually the fried dough there was different from the fried dough that we see today, the youtiao, because it wasn't just youtiao, it was crunchy youtiao. During my times at university, yeah, there was a picture of me at university. It was actually me. Yeah, I used to be a handsome guy at university. Yeah. Let's forget about my times at university. But during those times, I would actually eat Jianbing Guozi every single day. I recall spending less than 10 RMB, probably 5, for a Jianbing Guozi, which is not even $1. Of course, if you add an extra neck, that's probably gonna cost you more. But we're talking about a delicious dollar treat here. A great bargain that easily became part of my daily food routine. And once I finished my studies at university, I felt I was still very attached to this particular dish. This is the reason why I've tried to make this at home many times, not succeeding all the time. Yeah, that was me really not making it. But today we're going to make it, and we're gonna dive into the recipe right now. I started off with some chopping. Green onions or spring onions would do the job as well. Thinner slices would work better in this recipe. It was then time for the Jiācai, which is a kind of preserved mustard stem that is really beautiful. You can find these at any Asian grocery store around you. These that I found were special as they were flavored in some chili oil and Sichuan peppercorns. You can just buy plain ones. Cut them nicely so they'll be spread easily on our pancake later on. At this stage you're faced with two choices. Either you make the crackers from scratch, or you use a little trick here by buying some dumpling wrappers. I was too lazy to go out and buy the dumpling wrappers to make these crackers, so I made them from scratch. Get some all-purpose flour, baking soda to create some bubbles and layers, some sesame oil, sesame seeds, and I cracked 2 eggs inside. You feel that cracking, right? Before mixing everything very easily. Not really easily, but if you've had a stressful day at work, I guess that you found a solution here. The second phase was really getting prepared with the mixture. So here we used a combination of different flours, but to be very honest with you, you can actually switch some of the proportions and just use whatever flour you have, and you just have to try it out because making food is also about experiment. Here I use all-purpose flour, corn flour, and of course the mung bean flour. If you like, add some Chinese 5 spices powder in, and then go ahead with the last ingredient, salt and warm water. Mixing everything, I obtained something like this, and it was just alright. I guess you can make this more watery, but be careful during the cooking. By now you're probably asking yourself, what about the sauce? You're watching the right video, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Here I use some sweet bean paste, red fermented tofu, and I mix it with our chili sauce and some sugar. Trust me, this sauce is going to play a crucial role in adding some flavor into the pancake. So do not miss this part, or just use any of our sauces. If you're really going to prepare the cracker yourself, just remember that after resting for about 20 minutes, you can go ahead and work it nicely through thin sheets. It's going to take a while, but it's great fun. Joking, it wasn't fun at all. At that stage, I really wished I had gone for the wrappers. But hey, we made this so far, and what I did was cutting these in 2 stripes and doing some internal cuts so to obtain the shape that we see in the street food stalls. I fried it at 180 degrees Celsius. And the second time at around 190. Make sure you use some chopsticks to move them around and let them harden at least on one side before dropping them into the wok. By the way, those crackers were so nice that I thought, good I didn't go for the wrappers. The final step was actually preparing this dish, and I was so excited. Get a non-stick pan here, and do not do like I did, because the only thing that I had at home was a non-stick pan. That's when things started to get more difficult because I had to add the extra oil in the pot as well as some extra mixture. So get the mixture in and use something like this to move the batter around, or just a normal spatula. Crack an egg on top, let it cook for a while, then go with black sesame seeds and flip it around. A piece of cake, pancake. Spicy sauce in and go with a little brush. You're looking like an artist here, go ahead. Preserved mustard if you like, crunchy crackers. Yeah, crack it like a pro. Trust me, you're gonna be so satisfied at this stage when you're cracking it. Lettuce and job done. Well, not really, because you still have to find a way to actually wrap it up, close it, and take it out of the pot, which is not an easy task, but you're definitely gonna make it, right? Gonna make it. Well, try it. It was then time to cut it in half and enjoy it. It was like time traveling where I felt I was going back to university and get the pancake from my favorite food stall. Wow! Look at that, I was holding it like a little child. Something that you don't want to get away from. And it was literally beautiful, guys. A bite after bite. We actually prepared quite a few of these pancakes. You can prepare them a day ahead and then leave the mixture in the fridge and then go ahead in the morning and, you know, have them until the evening and night as well.
I don't know about you guys, but at university I would have at least two of these pancakes per day.
So if you like this video and you're missing those times we will have pancakes all day long, just press on the like button and subscribe to our channel, because I tell you, once we reach 1,000 subscribers, you're gonna all get to meet with each other with a big party. My name is Gianluca and I will see you during our next video, so please leave us some comments, tell us what kind of recipe you're missing from China and we'll get it done for you.